Well, I think I can start by thanking Tom and Beth Ann for their kind words. And I have to agree that my wife looks beautiful. So does Beth Ann. But to be fair, I think you'll probably all agree with me by saying the bride today has probably put them both in the shade.
You've never been nice to me before.
I think I'm done. I think I'd like to go back a couple of years before Mud's graced this fine planet. Tom is 1, maybe 2 years older at least, and I'm a few more on top of that. Tom's been a close brother to me for 33 years now. We haven't always seen eye to eyes, as I think most brothers can testify. I think in many points through the years we were separated by distance, either that by school or university, or just because I didn't want to live anywhere near him. Fortunately, over those years though, I've travelled to see him at university in Derby, and there's 6 of the best here tonight, including Tom himself. So to the Wolford boys and the witches, and it's great to see you all, and I think it's been the best part of 15 years since I first met you to start with, so blimey Charlie. Before that, of course, though, there were the best part of a bunch of about 6 or 7 of us who we can probably class ourselves as brothers, including the best men and the ushers here, as well as Linval and Matt as well. And I can't say that without the 2 sisters as well, really, which were Alice and Lou. And then about twice a year, I think we can add Kate into that mix as well there at the back. Having moved back here 6 years ago, Tom and I think we found a bond that we'd not had quite as close as we had in the years prior, and I know it means a hell of a lot to me, and I can only hope that it does even 99% as much as it does to Tom. So you know I'm fond of a hug, but I'm not sure there's many people I love hugging more than my brother. Now a little bit on to young, beautiful Mudsley.
Twice.
Don't expect it again for another 10 years. It's fine. I first was brought to the attention of Mudsley at a quiz. Back in the days where quiz night was always in the Spoon in Portmaddock, and there was a young girl sat with her friends, and Tom and I were sat with ours, and Tom would look and possibly go over a few words here and there, and I was thinking, good looking girl, wonder what's going on there. Didn't really find out much about her. There's one thing that I did remember, of course, was there was always a raffle, and a couple of people love a good raffle, Alice amongst them. Mubs probably close second, but Mubs always seemed, and I mean always, to win an awful lot of chocolate. Strangely, when I queried about this a few years later, she always said, I never ate it. I was always saving it because I was on a diet. But there we go. Some things don't change, and she's looking forward to tucking into a big bag of sweets tomorrow, I think. Now that they're a fine married couple, they've made a cracking job of Pethau Mellis so far, and I think I'm privy to knowing a few of their plans for the future. But
Retirement.
but it's going to stay that way until they inform me themselves. They've got some plans, some expansions in the shop, and yeah, it's looking as though it's going to be an interesting year next year for them. But as they all know, there's a lot of people in this room who are willing to offer them the support they require, and all they have to do is ask. I've offered many times, and he hasn't. I'm expecting it to be next year. But I'd just like to just say how proud I am of the pair of them, and to welcome Mubs into the Gloster fold as the fourth Mrs. Gloster. And if I could just raise a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Gloster.
Gloster.